A drop in equity doesn't mean low equity. In this video, I will explain home equity, what's happening, and how it could affect you. You may have seen media coverage talking about a drop in homeowner equity. What's important to understand is equity is tied closely to the home's values. So when home prices appreciate, you can expect equity growth. And when home prices decline, equity does too. Here's how this has played out recently. Home prices rose rapidly during the unicorn years. This gave homeowners a considerable equity boost, but those unicorn years could not last forever. The market had to moderate at some point, and that's what we saw last fall and winter. As home prices dropped slightly in the back half of 2022, equity was impacted. Based on the most recent report from CoreLogic, there was a 0.7% dip in homeowner equity over the last year. However, the headlines reporting on this change aren't painting the whole picture. While home price depreciation during the second half of last year caused equity to drop, the data shows homeowners still have near record amounts of equity. The next graph helps illustrate this point by looking at a total amount of tappable equity in this country going all the way back to 2005. Tappable equity is the amount of equity available for homeowners to access before hitting a maximum 80% loan-to-value ratio. As the data shows, there was a significant equity boost during the unicorn years as home prices rapidly appreciated. You will notice this in the pink with the graph. But here's what's key to realize. Even though there's been a small dip, total homeowner equity is still much higher than it was before those two unicorn years. And there's more good news. Recent home price reports show the worst home price declines are behind us, and prices have started to go up again. Economist of CoreLogic explains. She went on and stated, home equity trends closely follow home price changes. As a result, while the average amount of equity declined from a year ago, it increased from the fourth quarter of 2022 as monthly home price growth accelerated in early 2023. The last part of this quote is particularly important as the piece of the puzzle the news is leaving out. To further emphasize the positive turn we're already seeing, experts say home prices are forecast to appreciate at a more normal rate over the next year. And the same report puts it this way. The average U.S. homeowner now has more than $274,000 in equity, up significantly from $182,000 before the pandemic. Also, while homeowners in some areas of the country who bought a property last spring have no equity as a result of price losses, forecasted home price appreciation over the next year should help many borrowers regain some of this lost equity. Although the deputy chief economist at First American references a significantly different number, he further validates the fact homeowners have a lot of equity right now. He states homeowners today have an average of $302,000 in equity in their homes. This means if you've owned your home for a few years, you likely still have way more equity than you did before the pandemic years. And if you owned your home for a year or less, the forecast for more typical price appreciation over the next year should mean your equity is already on the way back up. Here's the bottom line. Context is everything when you're looking at headlines. While homeowner equity dropped some from last year, it is still near an all-time high. Reach out to a trusted real estate professional so you can get the answers you deserve from an expert who's there to help as you plan your move this year. And if you happen to be in the Fort Worth area, you can contact me, your favorite neighborhood real estate agent.